So lads, how about those Black Ops 2020 leaks from earlier this week? We now know so much more about zombies. A brand new Vietnam zombies storyline. Transit is one of the first maps. Damn, I'm foaming at the mouth. I have rabies, alright? I believe the new storyline and the Transit map will be connected, part of the same story. I have connected some dots, no one else has, it's pretty big, so please enjoy. Let's get this clear, this map will not be Transit, it will not be the Black Ops 2 map and just remastered, it will be remade, reimagined, essentially its own thing, a brand new map, and it will be in Black Ops 5, part of that story and that saga. To understand this, first you have to look back at the original Black Ops 2 Transit, a map, an experience that goes by many different names. Transit, literal dog shit, Green Run, and also the Hanford site. The original map of Green Run Transit is inspired by some real life things and conspiracies, but of course Treyarch do put their own spin on it. Like, the world has been blown up by 115 rockets, it takes place in the future, there is stuff like gremlins, German people, zombies, you know, they put their spin on it. However, part of it is also based off of real life, which you really have to look into because it links directly to the Cold War. Fact of the day for the boys, Transit, in the zombie storyline, in the original zombie storyline, this site, this facility, belongs to a US research group known as Broken Arrow, and Broken Arrow actually comes from a military term for an incident involving nuclear weapons. Anyway, let's dive into the real life stuff. So, like I mentioned, the map takes place at the Hanford site, and that exists. The map is also named Green Run, and that is actually a real thing. It's not just a bunch of bollocks that Treyarch made up. As I am about to describe the real-life Transit to you, you should be able to see how it could fit into a new zombie storyline separate from the old storyline. So, the Hanford site was a secret, top secret classified US military base established in World War II. In fact, it is the place of one of the very first nuclear reactors, and this reactor produced material used in the bombs dropped on Japan. That's some pretty insane trivia. Now, Green Run is like an experiment or an operation run out of the Hanford site. The government and military released radioactive materials and whatnot out of the Hanford site into civilization, into the population, and they didn't know about it. Obviously, it's a top secret experiment going on, and it was simply just to see the results of exposing people to radioactive materials, and it had some bad effects and stuff, and it's pretty effed up, right, to say that actually happened. Like, they just secretly poisoned people with radioactive stuff. Oh, and by the way, the base opened up in World War II, but Operation Green Run was actually conducted in the Cold War. So how does this link to Black Ops 5, Black Ops 2020, and the new storyline? Well, it's a new storyline, a fresh start, and it's a zombies game, right? There's a zombie apocalypse, but there needs to be a reason for it. There needs to be a cause of the zombies, right? In the original storyline, that was Element 115. We need a new version of Element 115, so my idea was maybe something like Nova Gas from the original Black Ops campaign. Something like that, right? Some kind of chemical weapon made in the arms race during the Cold War. And what better place for this secret to be developed and tested than the real life conspiracy of this base, the Hanford site. And we already know from leaked information that Transit is going to be one of the on-disc maps for the game. It makes perfect sense. It fits together perfectly. My brain is massive, right? So the US government is making Nova Gas at their Hanford site, then an experiment goes wrong, releasing it, making zombies. There you go, there's the storyline for the Transit map. Then, maybe a couple of years later, they actually use the weapon in combat in the Vietnam War, and there you go, it makes zombies again. On accident or purpose, who knows. And that's the storyline for the Vietnam zombies map. It fits perfectly, and it fits so well, like, from the real life stuff and just the storyline perspective. Yes, is it fan fiction? Yeah. But does it make total sense? Yeah. So I would not be surprised if Treyarch like goes down this route. They might show up at my door to kick my ass any second. Rest in peace me. So fellas, I think that's all I have to say on the matter. Hopefully you followed it and understood it and agree with me. You know, I could be totally wrong. I could definitely be wrong. But it's nice to speculate about this stuff when we have leaked information. So guys, stay spicy, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.